Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Wilhelm Startin. Now, I know I said the next Horizon stream would be for Frozen Wilds, but ending the last stream on an autosave has been bugging me. So, we're gonna rectify that first, and maybe cut and switch to Frozen Wilds after that. But anyway. Also, I know that Mondays are usually that Mondays here. I'm usually doing JRPGs, but yeah, I plan for the next JRPG stream to be Final Fantasy 16, because that PS5 is supposed to be coming in this Friday. So. Aww. Anyway, let's go into this facility. Damn. Let's try it here from this angle. Nope, still no good. Oh well, I tried.
Greetings, graduates of Cradle 9. Welcome to the regional... Error. Unauthorized access detected.
That doesn't sound good.
Was that the spirit? Minerva?
I don't think so. At least, not directly.
What's interesting is that, unlike the other Gaia subfunctions, Minerva's name is taken from the Roman version of the goddess, whereas the Greeks knew her as Athena.
Attention. All personnel must vacate the facility immediately.
Something doesn't want us here.
Ain't that the truth? Jeez. Here goes.
What exactly was this place?
Seen anything like it before?
No.
I don't know. This place looks...
There. That's our way out.
This place looks damn convenient if we get it up and running. Hint, hint.
Error. Unauthorized access. Initiating facility lockdown. Stay out.
What's going on?
Huh.
Well, at least the emergency lights work.
What just happened?
Minerva's definitely here. And I think it's trying to keep us out. I'll scout ahead, see if there's a way to get us in.
You sure we shouldn't come with you?
Well, yeah, Minerva could be dangerous. Let me make sure it's safe.
Okay.
We'll be right here if you need us.
Freaking... damn it, Aloy. Nope, okay. The elevator shaft. Oh boy. Here goes. Got it.
Are you doing okay, Zoe? Zoe?
All this. Minerva. Hephaestus. Gaia. This is what will help heal Plain-Song?
It's hard to explain. I mean, I barely understand it, but yeah. It's what Aloy's been looking for this whole time.
Okay. I need to find where Minerva's hiding. I should look for a way to access the facility systems.
Alert. Restricted access. You are not wanted here.
Nope, sorry. You're not getting rid of me that easily, Minerva. Let's see where this leads.
Woo, 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 woo. Spin, spin,
What are all those
spin.
cables in the center for? Minerva's shutting me out.
Did I just come from this direction? Probably. Yep. Yes, I did. But...
Locked.
Yep. Okay. Okay, then.
I can feel a draft above. Might be a way out of this shaft.
Ooh. Shine fragment.
Looks like another
Oh.
part of the facility. Door's locked. Dead end. Looks like I should head up.
Oh.
And I'm outside. I need to find a way back into the facility. I'm close. If I can get Minerva to cooperate, I can merge it with Gaia. Finally bring her back. Then we can start fixing the blight, the storms, and maybe she can help me figure out who those strangers in the proving lab were. Why did they have a clone of Elizabeth? Why did they want it back up?
Damn it, come on. Okay.
Aha. Another shaft.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. It seems awfully unsecure.
Okay. Now I've got to find a way to plug into this place. Looks like some kind of dome. Wonder what it's for.
Here we go.
Alert. System core penetrated.
No! Minerva, I need the console. Please.
Access denied.
It didn't used to be like this. Do you remember it? Anything? You were part of something bigger once. Something good. Gaia. That's right. She can live again. But only if you give her the chance. I can't reboot her without you.
Life cease.
I think you'll disappear into her. Become part of her. Like you used to be.
Misery will cease.
Yes.
You won't be alone anymore. Minerva is a communications subfunction.
Thank you, Minerva.
It psychologically it can't survive without contact with other systems.
Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring Minerva function to original code. Do you wish to initiate heuristic matrix?
Here goes.
Greetings, Dr. Sobek. A moment. Scanning data. So it is Aloy, not Elizabeth. We have much to discuss, but initialization of my heuristic matrix will not be complete for several minutes more. In the meantime, I suggest you familiarize yourself with this facility. It is our best option for a base of operations, and you can make use of its equipment to improve your ability to override machines.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Shall I grant access to your companions? They will be here shortly.
Okay, but don't overwhelm them, okay? They don't have a lot of experience with things like, well, you.
Here we go. Zoe's whole world is about to be busted wide open. Although, thankfully, you know.
So no fake this time?
No. This time she's real. Well, so... this is Gaia.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Gaia's still, waking up. Let's look around.
I will highlight the location of the lab on your focus.
I have established a network between your focuses,
Awesome.
allowing you to communicate when apart.
Good. So what was this place?
A regional control center, where Zero Dawn progeny would have overseen terraforming operations in the area.
In other words, the locals would have had access. Basically, the Tenakth in that area, or the Utaru, or jointly, as soon as they had completed their training with the Apollo archives, they would have. So, like, once they had completed Lyceum, they would have been granted access to this place. This was their birthright. One of many things that Ted Faro robbed the people of the future of. Selfish ass. Faro, you're an idiot. You're a fool, and you are a cancer upon the world.
What's all this?
This was intended as the main gathering space for control center operatives.
You could fit a good number of people in here.
Or maybe just a few. To start with, you two go ahead. I'm going to poke around a bit.
So this was supposed to be the lab.
That was its intended purpose. Some of the machine data you recovered from the repair bay below us appears to be corrupted. Accessing the terminal in this room will show you how to repair and complete the override.
I'll take a look.
Need more plowhorn horns. Excuse me.
Huh. Looks like I need data from machine parts to fix the corrupted override.
My initialization is complete. You may continue to explore the facility, Aloy. When you are ready, return to the control room. We have much to discuss.
Looks like an office.
Correct. The facility was designed with a number of private offices.
I guess it's nice to have a space to call your own.
This would have been an access point for advanced training modules on terraforming operations. Unfortunately, those modules were deleted when the Apollo database was destroyed.
That's too bad.
But if we can find a working copy, if we can find a working backup of Apollo, because Pharaoh couldn't have possibly deleted all of them. Consider they were using DNA-based storage, and they likely would have had a remote storage site that was not accessible from the outside, simply for security purposes.
What's this space for?
This would have been the sleeping quarters for control center operatives.
Reminds me of the bedhouse aspirants had to sleep in the night before the proving.
Ah, yes. Good times. Good times. Hey! Cat! What are you up to, Cat? Seriously. Jeez, Nia.
So this place was here all this time. Built for people who would never show up.
Why didn't they?
Remember that guy I told you about? Ted Pharaoh? He sabotaged things. It wasn't supposed to be this way.
Selfish. So selfish.
Hey, Gaia? Why doesn't this door have power?
At my current operating level, I am only able to restore functionality to part of this facility. In time, that may change.
Got it. Looks like another office.
If no one's ever been here, who built all this?
Gaia did. With the help of machines.
Yeah.
Through that door is a trail that leads towards Plainsong.
So I could head back east if I need to, once we're done here.
Correct.
Oh, I've been down here before. That's where I first got into the facility.
What's all this stuff for? This facility was designed to process an immense amount of data
Mia,
from the terraforming
enough.
system. This is where it would have been stored. Aloy, you have now visited all accessible rooms of the facility.
Alright, now to return to the control room, I guess. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything to really scan.
Okay. Maybe it's time to talk to Gaia.
I'll leave you to it.
Talk to Gaia.
Hello, Aloy.
Hi. So you're ready?
Yes. Initialization is complete. All tests show that my heuristic matrix launched correctly and is stable. You must have many questions.
Yeah. But two big ones first. Maybe you can help me make sense of something. A while ago, I had a run-in with a group of strangers who tried to kill me. They had machine servitors and a clone of Elizabeth Sober with them.
Yes, this was recorded by your focus.
Do you know who they are?
The answer to that question is related to the extinction signal that woke Hades. prompting my predecessor's self-destruction.
The extinction signal? Okay, that sounds ominous.
The signal did not come from Earth, Aloy. The calculations are complicated, but it appears to have originated 81 trillion kilometers away. A distance so vast that light itself requires 8.611 years to cross it.
Oh boy.
Okay, so what's so far away and why does it want us dead?
The Sirius star system.
Sirius? But that's where Far Zenith, their ship.
The Odyssey.
Yes, that's where it was headed. But it blew up. Unless... I don't... Why make it seem like they failed?
So that everyone would just assume they were dead.
They didn't want anyone to know. They didn't want future humans to think that they were out there. Wait.
Jeez.
The strangers who tried to kill me at the Hades Proving Lab? The ones with the clone? Are you saying that they're from... that they're descendants of... Far Zenith?
Yes, that is my conclusion.
Well, if that answers that question.
We're not going to be able to fix the biosphere without making you whole. I ran a search for your subfunctions at the Hades Proving Lab, but Minerva was the only one I found.
Thankfully, the sensory capabilities of this facility are far more advanced. I will search for the others now. Transmitting query pattern. Receiving. Of Apollo, Artemis, and Eleuthia, I can find no trace. They are simply gone.
What about the others?
Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon are revealed. They lie within reach, procurable.
And Hephaestus?
It too stands revealed, but it is not like the others.
That's for sure.
In the years since the extinction signal, Hephaestus has evolved. Moreover, it is not confined to a single location. It haunts the global network that connects cauldrons to each other across the planet, making it exceptionally difficult to subdue.
Let me guess. We need it bad?
Correct. Its capabilities are essential. Without it, I can only delay the extinction of life on Earth. Hephaestus is our only hope of a permanent solution.
So we start there?
Because you need the machines to do all the work.
Procuring Hephaestus can only be attempted after my own capabilities have been significantly enhanced.
Grab the other subordinate functions first, then Hephaestus.
Precisely so.
So, Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon. How do I capture them?
To recover a subordinate function, you will have to travel to its location and find the physical processor to which it escaped. Then, exactly as you did with Minerva, you must use the master override to revert the subordinate function to its original code state.
And then how do I get it back here?
The subordinate function must be loaded onto a data storage device and physically carried back to this facility.
The cartridge your root kernel was stored on?
Yes. Its capacity is limited, so it can only carry one subordinate function at a time. But in all other respects, it will suffice.
What is the state of the biosphere? Is the terraforming system functioning at all?
In a sense, the terraforming system never stopped functioning. The difference, since my predecessor's destruction, is that there has been no central governing intelligence to monitor its robotic agents and assign new tasks. As a result, errors have accrued, and day by day, the biosphere has gradually veered ever more sharply towards destruction. In recent months, disturbances in the biosphere have become obvious. But these bellwether phenomena offer just the merest glimpse of the complex and accelerating cycles of environmental dysfunction, now driving Earth's biosphere towards collapse.
Jesus.
And you can't do anything to stop it.
If you can return Ether, Poseidon, and Demeter to me, I can improvise modest corrections to parts of the system. Weather will improve, water will be purified, and rampant plant growth curtailed. But such corrections will not stave off collapse. They will only buy us time. Only with Hephaestus can I design and produce new robotic agents designed to permanently reverse the damage that has accumulated. All efforts must be directed toward that end.
How long do we have then?
At present rates, without additional factors, the biosphere will cross a point of no return in approximately 4 months.
And if I gather Ether, Demeter, Poseidon, merge you with them?
We will only gain a few months more.
Well, every bit counts. How did you figure out that the extinction signal came from Sirius?
The key came with data on your focus, from Silent's interrogation of Hades.
Yup.
The duration of the signal itself, 17.22 years.
That doesn't make sense. You said that the signal took 8.6 years to arrive from Sirius. Why would the signal keep transmitting after it was received and you blew yourself up?
Because the sender didn't know that had happened until it received notice from Hades.
Which would take another 8.6 years to get back.
Correct. Only then would the sender stop broadcasting, after a total of 17.22 years. So the duration, halved, gave me the distance the signal traveled. With that in mind, I simply scanned my astronomical database for any relevant location 8.6 light-years away. Because it was far Zenith's intended destination, Sirius was the only logical source.
So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes. As your encounter with them at the Proving Lab amply demonstrates, they appear to make extensive use of robotic servitors. Further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
Yeah, no kidding. The one I fought seemed indestructible.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. Perhaps a way can be found to defeat their shielding.
Yeah, I hope so.
In short, every armor has an AP projectile. Every vest has a hollow point. And we're going to be putting something through that son of a bitch, Eric. Mark my words.
Or I'm not going to be winning fights against them anytime soon. The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
So the signal could only have been sent by someone who had thorough knowledge of the system, huh?
Yes. The signal's design was exceptionally precise and highly advanced. Were its intentions less malevolent, I would admire the intellect or intellects that produced it.
The descendants I ran into at the Hades Proving Lab, they had a clone of Elizabeth Sobek. So that's consistent with the idea that they came here to salvage Zero Dawn technologies, right?
Yes. As your own experience demonstrates, the clone of Elizabeth Sobek functions in effect as a key to the terraforming system.
But how could they have made a clone?
The Odyssey carried approximately 200,000 human zygotes, millions of animal zygotes, and billions of plant seeds. It is conceivable that Elizabeth Sobek's genetic material was sampled, with or without her knowledge, and carried aboard the ship in storage.
That's... okay, but... I mean... This clone... How could she participate in this? Destroying Elizabeth's dream? It's evil.
It is difficult to know. Perhaps she is loyal to the group and shares their objectives. Or perhaps she is a subordinate and has no choice but to comply with their orders.
Elizabeth Sobek? A subordinate? I don't think so.
With the right upbringing. With the right upbringing, a version of Elizabeth could easily have been a subservient pawn. I mean, this beta character clearly seems traumatized from a lack of proper social activity.
The sole purpose of the signal was to destroy life on Earth, right? Why would descendants of Far Zenith want to do that?
At this point, we can only speculate.
I mean, Earth posed no threat to them. We don't have the technology to get in their way. We didn't even know about them.
True.
Unless... well... could it be that they want the planet for themselves? The strangers I ran into, they were after a Gaia backup of their own. I mean, if they did that... if they booted their own Gaia and boosted her power... until she could take control of Hephaestus. And then the whole terraforming system...
Then yes, the system could be used to do what the extinction signal failed to accomplish. Snuff out life, and then potentially to build an entirely new biosphere, to their specifications.
So they could be trying to do the same thing we are.
But with opposite results.
Extinction, instead of salvation. Well, this is not good.
Indeed.
You said Sirius is really far from Earth.
81 trillion kilometers, or 8.611 light years.
Right. So, how would the descendants have gotten here?
On a spacecraft much like the Odyssey, though significantly more advanced. The journey from Earth to Sirius would have taken the Odyssey almost 300 years. This appears to have been much faster. If their ship departed Sirius at the same moment the extinction signal first began transmitting, the journey was made in just 29 years at an average of 0.297 the speed of light. If they did not set out for Earth until they learned of the extinction signal's failure, the journey was even faster, a mere 13 years, or 0.662 the speed of light.
Okay, enough. You're making my head spin.
This means that they would have had to have left at such time that... well, Beta looks like she might be roughly, I don't know, 14 or 15 years old? Maybe. But... again, that's a lot of math. That is a lot of math. They basically, they wouldn't have, to put it bluntly, spawned her until they knew for a fact they would be needing Gaia. So... But anyway, the subordinate functions.
The 3 subordinate functions that you detected. What do we know about them?
All 3 are relevant to problems currently plaguing the biosphere. Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and water.
Hey, Boss Hunter, how you doing?
Poseidon controls the organic and chemical composition of water resources. Demeter sows, fertilizes, and tends to plant life. If all 3 were restored to me, they would constitute a massive increase to my heuristic processing density. But beware. Their responses to my query pattern were irregular. In human terms, they are frightened, lost, and paranoid.
Like Minerva. They need to be whole again.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. So which is irritating you more right now? The sweat. Yeah, so like it between the heat, the dry air, and when it's not dry, the pissing rain, and of course when it's humid, the freaking mosquitoes. Yeah. Summer is by far my least favorite season. Because when it is hot as, to put it bluntly, when it is hot as balls, you can only strip so far down to beat the heat. Whereas in the winter, if you're cold, just put another blanket on. The missing subordinate functions. But yeah. Nothing to do but multiply. Ha ha ha. Yeah, no, I don't do that, Boss Hunter, because I have daddy issues, and I think that the most merciful option, compared to letting my hypothetical children inherit those daddy issues. Yeah. Oh, that reminds me. How is Spotter coming along? But like I was saying though, so I was gonna load up Frozen Wilds, but I ended the last stream on an autosave, and just for that extra bit of security, I wanted to get far enough for a manual save. So here we are. Depending on how much time we have left, when I get there, I may swap over to Zero Dawn to start Frozen Wilds, but that will mean cutting and restarting the stream because of the way that PS4 handles Twitch.
The missing subordinate functions. What can you tell me about them?
And the reason again that I'm wanting to deal with Frozen Wilds is because Hephaestus.
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety of animal species. Eleuthia was responsible for gestating, nurturing, and acculturating a new generation of human beings. Apollo was tasked with preserving and disseminating vast archives of human knowledge and cultural achievements. Unfortunately, all archived Apollo data was purged.
How are you doing today, Tug?
2066, by order of Ted Farrow.
Fuck Ted Farrow.
Huh? I really hate that guy.
Understandable.
Guys, like, understandable.
Narcissistic, impulsive, and unstable.
No shit.
All 3 of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
If attainable, yes. Restoring their remaining elements would increase my heuristic processing density. Unfortunately, I have no way to track them. They have disappeared without a trace.
And then this one.
You said you need Hephaestus to save life from extinction. Why?
Every subordinate function has value, but Hephaestus is by far the most important.
We need...
Only by recovering and merging it can I regain my ability to design and mass-produce new machines at cauldrons across the planet. Only through it can I program new machines and alter the tasking of existing machines to completely reverse environmental damage. Recovering other subordinate functions may buy us time, but without Hephaestus, I cannot permanently stave off mass extinction.
Jeez.
Given Hephaestus's importance, is there really no way to capture and merge it first?
I'm afraid that is quite impossible. In my present state, launched and merged with Minerva, I am operating at less than 1/5, 18.8%, of my intended processing capacity. Hephaestus dwarfs this figure. Were an attempt made to conduct the merge under these circumstances, Hephaestus would absorb me rather than the other way around.
Yikes.
The merge cannot be attempted until my heuristic processing density exceeds its own.
And how many subordinate functions is that going to take?
Merging Ether, Demeter, and Poseidon will expand my heuristic network to 41.6% capacity, exceeding that of Hephaestus.
You said Hephaestus isn't located in just one place.
Correct. Unlike the other subordinate functions, which are confined to discrete physical processors, Hephaestus is distributed throughout the global network that connects the planet's cauldrons.
So, when the time comes to subdue it, how do we make that happen?
I do not know.
Yeah.
While you are retrieving the procurable subordinate functions, I will attempt to find a solution.
So, once Hephaestus has been recovered and merged, you'll regain the capacity to mass-produce machines at cauldrons around the world.
Yes, and to program their behavioral routines, or even control them directly.
So could you build an army of machines? Attack the descendants of Far Zenith and take them out?
It is in my nature to take any and all necessary steps to preserve life on Earth, human life above all. So yes, once I have been empowered with the capacities of Hephaestus, I could design, build, and command such an army. Given the nature of the Far Zenith threat, doing so may be our only option. I must admit, however, that I have misgivings about using such technology to kill, no matter how aggressive the enemy.
That's good. It means you have a conscience. As Elizabeth intended.
Indeed.
Exactly. Truly a marvel, a wonder.
So if the descendants came to Earth on a spaceship, I guess we can assume that their technology is powerful in all sorts of ways, right?
Yes, as your encounter with them at the Proving Lab amply demonstrates.
There might be new information on this one.
Extensive use of robotic servitors. Further,
Yeah,
they
we
seem
already
to be
got that
equipped
one.
with some kind of protective energy field that shields them from harm.
Yeah, no kidding. The one I fought seemed indestructible.
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. For example, assuming I absorbed Hephaestus and utilized it to create a large force of combat machines, no shielding could withstand such an assault indefinitely.
So there's hope.
Always.
Remember, sticks and stones may break my bones, but hollow points expand on impact. Seriously though, that prick Eric clearly enjoyed his everything-proof shield. So yeah, we're gonna need to knock that out of his smug prick hands.
I guess I should get going and start bringing back subordinate functions.
See the look on his face when he suddenly realizes he's mortal again.
What can you tell me about their locations?
When my predecessor destroyed it,
Yeah, exactly.
subordinate functions sought physical processors capable of holding them. So in each case, you will be looking for a powerful computer of some kind. Ether is the closest, and therefore might be the easiest to acquire.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it'll.
It appears to be in the middle.
Honestly, okay, so I'm not an electrician. You'd have to ask my mother about that. Like seriously, she was actually an aviation electrician when she was in the Marines. But anyway, but at that point, at that high of a voltage, never mind ashes, it would just disintegrate instantly. Like it would immediately be ash on the wind. Just the sheer energy output would cause whatever to explode in a plume of dust. Ah, got you.
Of Tanakh territory. My knowledge of that tribe is limited to data I read on your focus, but they seem to have a significant inclination towards violence.
Well, that's a nice way to put it.
No.
What about Poseidon and Demeter?
Poseidon has taken shelter in the desert south of this location. My substratal geography data indicates that a major old world settlement called Las Vegas was located there.
A ruin in the middle of the desert, huh? Strange place for an AI to live.
As for Demeter,
Poor
it appears to be
Poseidon.
located on the coast to the far west. Unfortunately, I am unable to provide any relevant data about the region. As such, it may be the most difficult to retrieve.
Okay, so 3 subordinate functions to go after. Ether, somewhere in Tanakh territory. Poseidon in the desert, and Demeter on the coast.
Where will you begin?
I can switch between them at any time anyway.
Actually, I wanted to discuss something else first.
As you wish.
No, that's all of them.
All right.
Where will you begin?
Aether is the lowest
I
level.
think I'll head for Ether.
Then I will assign Ether as the objective on your focus. If you obtain it, I may be able to use it to quell the most severe storms in the region. Though I will require Hephaestus and the control over machines that it offers to permanently stabilize the biosphere.
Yep.
Should you change your mind, you can update your objective via your focus interface at any time. I will also transmit a summary of available data on all of the subordinate functions to you for reference. Is there anything else I can help you with? I know you have a great deal to accomplish.
I do, don't I?
Aww.
Is something wrong?
I don't know. It's just that...
Okay. For example, some big explosions just reach normal tons of TNT. A few nuclear explosions tap into megatons. The Tsar Bomba is the only existence of gigatons. Imagine a teraton explosion. Ooh. Yeah, that's probably what it would take to wipe out an asteroid field. And I mean, like, pulverize it.
Elizabeth set the bar pretty high.
Oh, shit.
A lot has gone wrong, and it's all on my shoulders to fix it. Do you think I can do it all? Repair the system, defeat Varzinith, live up to her example?
Absolutely. In her last message, my predecessor declared her unwavering conviction in your success. In you, all things are possible. You prevailed in purging Hades and rebooting my system core. You will prevail in this.
Thank you, Gaia.
Awesome.
Well, I guess I should get going.
I have unlocked the facility's exits. One leads onward to the west. The other leads back down the mountain to Plainsong, should you wish to return east.
Yep, we're gonna be saving there, and
Gonna have to get used to that. That's you, Aloy?
Yeah. Gaia's opened the exits to this place. Can you and Zoe meet me by the west door?
Be right there.
And then once I save there, I'll be swapping over to Horizon Zero Dawn for Frozen Wilds. Let's get this.
Gaia? What is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. Guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them, and restore the display.
Yep.
Okay, I need to bring Ether back for Gaia. Varl and Zoe are waiting for me by the west exit.
Almost
I
done
could head
ish.
back east first, check on how Plainsong's doing after the attack.
There's the bunks. Oh, there we go. Campfire's right up there. Oh, like semi-accurate to make Norm's personality match my own, or at the very least match my own as presented here. All right, manual save here. And then we are going to switch over to Horizon Zero Dawn. It will make this stream cut for a moment. That ain't enough time, we both know that. Yeah, I got you. Again, take your time. Take your time. But, so we're going to switch over. We will be right back. Oof, that was loud. So just give me a moment to load that up, and we'll get right back on, alright? See you guys in a few minutes.